Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom review. See by title below, yes, this is on episode 2 of Saekano season 2, and I love this episode obviously a lot because I think I mentioned it in the last review, but Utaha is like my favorite girl. It's between her and Megumi, and in this, episode, like literally just like more than half of it is pretty much all on Utaha, and I literally loved it. The straight up first thing we get is freaking fan service of her, to which, come on, there's no way you look at that and be like, okay. More like, I looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh, thank you for this fan service. Thank you for this fan service of Uta. But yeah, pretty much, I love this episode. She finishes the script finally. Of course, they decide to, or she decides to, pretty much. That there's like a promise, I guess, that he would go. Pretty much, it's pretty much like a date. That's pretty much what happens, and they go out. The beginning part is, it just has her reading a book and everything, and him just walking around buying a bunch of stuff. They end up at some place eating. And I thought it was so hilarious how the last episode straight up savage towards, the cliches in anime, manga, and light novels. And then in this one, just straight up savage. Uta just goes savage on it by saying pretty much when he asks, what kind of movie you want to watch. And she just goes ahead and says, how about we watch, a live action, adaptation that has, all of the original fans anguishing of how bad it is, she's like, is there anything like that? He's like, well, there's a couple I can think of, but I don't want to mention any. I'm just cracking up, and I'm like, yeah, like, have you guys, like, honestly, I have not had a good live action adaptation of an anime or light novel, manga, ever. I don't think I have ever seen a really good live action. If you guys have seen one, please tell me. I would love to go and check it out, because I honestly cannot think about it right now. I'm actually thinking, and I can't think of even one, live action adaptation that was even close to being good, Like, most of them, to which I even tried to watch, were not good, and then some that I just like, oh, I'm not even going to give that a try. But if there's like one that you guys say is really good, maybe I'll go and watch that, maybe even do a damn reaction to it, live, reaction. Obviously, it wouldn't be with any footage on the video. It'd be like a little timer kind of thing, which is unfortunate. Like, I love doing the way my Ruby reactions are, where I have it in the corner. But obviously, Ruby, Rooster Teeth allows that. Everyone else doesn't. So I wouldn't give that, I wouldn't give it a chance to try and do it and then get in trouble for it. But yeah, I would love to watch a really good live action adaptation if there even is one. But for me, I have never seen one. So when I saw that, I was just cracking up like, damn, that's straight up savage, but straight up true. Honestly, that's just how the last episode was as well. Like, that is really true as well. All those kind of cliches and stuff, that's always how it is in animes and light novels and mangas, anything of those sorts. And after that, it pretty much goes another hilarious thing. Like, how I always say, for me, it's hard to say who I like more between Utaha and Megumi. I feel that, like, I really do like Megumi's character a lot, but I feel that Utaha is the perfect, match for Tomoya. I feel like she and him belong together out of all the other girls. Sorry, any, Megumi fans, any Edidi fans, Michiru fans, anything along those lines. But Utaha for me is the best girl, and I feel that she honestly, like, out of all of them, deserves him the most. Sure, childhood friends, yes, we're cool about this every time. I even said it like several other series and stuff like that. Like, the childhood friend always gets, they never get the good ending. There's some times where it does, and it's like, holy crap, you never see that a lot. And it was pretty funny how they threw that in as well. With Edidi being, like, she was tearing up and being so happy that the movie ended up not being like the anime or whatever they were watching, and it went towards kind of like the childhood friend route in a way. And I was like, yeah, she would be happy for that, but I don't want this to be a childhood, him to end up with a childhood friend. For once, like, a lot of times I actually do like the childhood friend, and it sucks a lot because you know for a fact that at least like 90% of the time, maybe I'm going a little too high, maybe 80% is like like usually the childhood friend ends up being rejected or tossed aside, and it really honestly sucks so much. But this time, for me at least, Uta's best girl. But it's funny because this next part with when Megumi finds them, pretty much going to the theater to watch movies, and Edidi throws out that she loves the way Megumi's cunning way to just low-key steal the show, and she literally does that every episode. Like, I love an episode because Utaha is awesome. There's an episode where Edidi is the main character, or Michiru is the main character, or Izumi is the main character, anyone else is the main character, where it doesn't have Megumi taking the center stage, and somehow she still steals the episode. She still steals the show somehow. Like, I don't know how she always does it, but that's also why I love her character a lot too, because of those moments. And it's just funny to see, like, in this episode there's so many things that I was like, yeah, that's true, that's true, that's true. Like, so many of those kind of moments at the beginning half that I was just like cracking up, because it really is like I feel the same way with all of those kind of comments. It was just pretty funny to see, After that, we get to see pretty much Uta have, Tomoya like literally wrapped around her, finger, and it was nice to see that all of a sudden, him getting worried because, she was thinking about going, obviously after this, she has to think about school and everything, and she has two places that she's thinking about going to. One very far away, and one only 15 minutes away, and the one far away, obviously, it's kind of that cliche thing where, the person can go somewhere, and it's up to the main character to decide if he wants her to have, better chances, going to this better school, or stay with him, closer to him. To which, of course, thank you, Tomoya, thank you for choosing and having the guts to literally say, like she was, she didn't even expect it at first too. It's like, oh, I didn't expect you to be like this. And I was like, yeah, I didn't either. Good job, Tomoya. Sure, he said it in the way that, we can make more games and stuff like that, and he doesn't want to, and, be the one to end that and everything. But I'm over here like, no, 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 no. That's not the real reason. The real reason is because you miss her. You'll miss her too much. You want her to stay with you. You want her to stay by your side because Utaha is the best girl for you. Hands down, that's how I feel. That's why I love this episode so much. Just having an Utaha episode. Whenever you have an episode with your favorite character, it's always awesome. And for me, that was, Utaha. And after that, of course, she even has like the moment where she's like, she picks like you have to choose which route and everything because she makes two different revisions for the thing, the one ending and then another ending. You have to choose between those, and you have to choose between which university I'm going to go to. And she has that moment where the trains pass and they're on each side, and she says something, and I was like trying to go back and like, what did she say? What did she say? And then I thought to myself, I'm an idiot. I'm gonna admit, I don't know Japanese, so how would I be able to read her lips? Not like she was speaking in English. So I was like, total facepalm moment. Like, are you an idiot? If any of you guys know what she said, feel free to comment below. It would be honestly really helpful. I mean, it wouldn't be like necessary, but it'd be really nice to know what the heck she says. It's always those moments in, when you watch a movie or a TV show and you see those moments and you can actually, read their lips because they're the same language. Then you're like, oh, that's pretty crazy. She said that, or you have to pause it and go back. I can't do that because I don't, I don't know Japanese, so I can't read someone speaking Japanese. I can't read their lips. So please, if you do know, feel free to comment below. It would be pretty funny if it doesn't even matter. It's not even a huge thing, and you guys tell me, well, it really just says this, and I'm like, oh, okay, but at least it's nice to know, But after that, then we start going more on the lines of not focus on Utaha. We don't even see her after because she has to do her own things, which, it kind of sucks, I will have to admit, because I was like really enjoying the whole episode just because it was focused on her. But of course, Megumi still continues to steal the show. Eddie getting so mad, like, what if, her usual kind of crazy, whenever she starts to, her imagination just starts to sprout and going like crazy of the possibilities of what's happening with Tomoya and Utaha, and starts going around literally in all the kind of, common places where someone will, hide a spare key kind of thing. Goes all over the place. Megumi just walks up, oh, yeah, you're right. opens the door and she's like, "You have a key?" And I thought they would have went more in on that, but I just thought it was so hilarious. I was like, yeah, she would have a key, wouldn't she? And I remember, like, I could have sworn there was one episode where Eddie got in as well before, so I don't know how she did that time. I guess it was maybe unlocked or something. But I find it pretty funny that, like, out of all the girls, obviously Megumi is the one with the key, and to see Eddie, seeing that, I thought she would have got, blow it even more out of proportions when she saw Tomoya. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but then we get to see, like, the other ending that, what's it called? Uzaha had ended up writing, which ends up being a damn yandere route with a tragic ending. And I'm over here like, yeah, that's actually a pretty good story. Like, I would like that, be really sad. And like they said, it'd be kind of hard because you're completely changing the heroine, and pretty much having it where she's the front, the front main girl. And then all of a sudden, there she's gone, and we have this other girl, which, I mean, it's kind of the same girl, but not really, obviously. So yeah, that's a huge decision that they're gonna have to pick. To which I think I'm thinking that they're probably going to have to change it, because all of a sudden they find that Megumi's playing a game that it turns out that Rouge or whatever they're called. It turns out that they are making their game, and they wanted Eddie before, but since they can't get her, instead it looks like they're getting Izumi, to which of course it was pretty funny where they have like this serious, like, pretty cool kind of poses in their outfits and everything, and then she's like, oh, it's kind of cold. Like, oh, that would be the ending, just completely ruined it. They could have had it like the way they had it, and it'd be like, holy shit, things are gonna go down. But of course, with this kind of anime and stuff, and with Saekano, they end it with just a hilarious, like that's how the brother always is. He's just like that. He's trying to act. He stays in that one spot for like the longest time, waiting for them on the hill. So it doesn't surprise me that he would be doing that with Izumi as well, and Izumi would just have to do it. To which, I don't know why they're waiting there, because obviously it's not like Tomoya and them are going to be coming up the hill to see them this time, so I don't know, but I'm definitely excited to see where everything's going to go now that they saw this new story and it's kind of similar to them. They probably will switch it up and do, what's it called? Uzaha's her different ending to make it different and everything. And honestly, I can't wait to see, like, the games go head to head, see what this next episode will be. Will it be focused on, Eddie, like, since this one was focused on, Uzaha, will be focused on Michiru, or will it just go full on straight, game versus game kind of thing? I don't know. I'm not too sure yet, but I'm definitely excited to see what's going to be coming with these next episodes, because so far, love the first episode, love the second episode even more, and I'm definitely excited to see how the rest of this season ends up going. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. So I hope you guys enjoy this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did like it, don't forget to leave a like. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. And yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. Honestly, love this episode, and hope you guys loved it too. Maybe some of you didn't because you don't care for Uzaha as much, but for me, I love Uzaha. Definitely was an awesome episode. Plus, if you love Megumi, come on, you have to admit, she definitely did steal the episode a couple times as well. So, I mean, I guess we're both happy. Unless you like Eddie, then sorry for you. And Michiru, then that's even less, because we haven't even seen her in any of these episodes. So I'm hoping we see more of her as well. Hear some cool music. That would be pretty awesome to see, because Uza's finished for her part. Eddie still has to finish a bunch, but we don't know if Michiru completely finished all of hers, so it would be pretty interesting to see more music. That's definitely what I want to see. But yeah, before I start, going on more and more and more on what I want to see, I'll end it here. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and till next time, guys, see ya.